been. So this is my Watson Muse watercolor sketchbook. And let's see. Okay, this was my last painting for 2019, and this is my first painting for 2020. Wow, I was so lazy. Let's see. This doesn't look like Mount Makiling. I'm so sorry. I'll just show you the other page later because I used both of the pages. For now, let's focus on this side. Oh, trying hard to learn calligraphy. And that is, when was this? June? Wow. And as you know, for those who've been joining my previous watercolor workshops, I've been painting daily and I am not committed to any style like this ones. I just painted a single rose in different angles and different colors, and I have mini journal entries beside them. Wow. And this time it's February. I think I planned to study portrait during this time, and I started by learning how to draw the skull, but priorities change. So I wasn't able to continue that. And on the next page, then we have horses now. From skull to horses. No consistency at all. Thank you. Okay, what was I doing here? This is a very lazy painting practice. Okay, this is Steph, one of my previous students. And what is this? I don't remember. Oh, some laundry and some landscape. Now, these are my March entries. And some abstract. You'll see the full painting of this later. This is actually a mini study. We're still in March. Who's this? I don't remember. And unfortunately, the big version of this wine has already a new home. So I can show you that big painting, guys. This is a request from Leo. And this is a request from Jill, if I'm not mistaken. This is my first paint along with a Filipino master watercolorist, Sir Dino Pahao. And what's this one? Thank you, Michaela. Hi, Sheila. Don't mind the dogs. Oh, I know this one. I was so inspired by Hayao Miyazaki, an ex-director in Ghibli Studio. He does his own studies, and he is using watercolor as well. And I have my Totoro stuffed toy, and wow, so handsome. This is a failed attempt in painting an ice cream cloud. That's supposed to be a rainbow. My God. I don't even know how to paint ice during this time. Ponyo! And my first Kanagawa wave. I think this is my first painting where I fell in love with the brown, blue, and violet combination. You can see me using this combination a lot during my workshops. This is this is Ranma one half. I don't think I ever posted this too because I'm not satisfied with how they turned out. This is what's her name? Noshka of the Valley of the Wind. Huh. And let's go to the other page. This is one of my very first free workshop via Facebook. But during this time, I only have two audience and they're watching right now. Hello to Ella and Tina. They've been supporting me for the longest time I can ever remember. So we were trying to capture the transparency and the highlights in a glass and to paint flowers loosely. This is around April 26th. So we're in quarantine period right now. And this should look familiar. This is my profile photo. And our very first Start PH weekly challenge. This topic was suggested by Ella, Fireflies. And I love how it turned out. You can see the brown, blue, and violet combination. And this is the smiling baby. I forgot his name. This is my attempt to join Mermaid, where you are required or you are encouraged to paint or draw mermaids for the whole month of May. But I think I just painted one, and it was still around April. And I love this one. This is Violet Evergarden, and this one is based on a succulent flower. And what was I doing here? I think I was swatching Daniel Smith, if I'm not mistaken. Next, oh, this is requested by Nika and Mox. Hello to you guys if you're watching. And my third free watercolor workshop. Who among you were able to join this? I think I only have 5 audience or participants that time. This is an attempt of painting a self-portrait, me hugging some flowers. I don't even recognize what flowers these are. Uh-huh. My attempt in painting an owl. And this is the owl castle. This is my entry in Start PH Weekly Art Challenge, Owl Castle. I don't remember this one. Some swatches. I think these two are my entries for Instagram Friends Draw a Week or IF Draw a Week. They have weekly art challenges as well. And again, the brown, blue, and violet combination is strong on this one. This is inspired by Juan Tamad or Lazy Juan, Lazy John, who's just waiting for the apple to fall down. Fall down. A request from Renz Gundam. I really hate painting anything so symmetric and geometric, but I faced my fears and painted a Gundam for him. Mother's Day? So this is around May now. Ah, I really love barn owls. They're so cute. Oh, maybe I should recreate this painting. I was trying to portray a frozen heart. So dramatic. Yes, I don't do too many sketches, but by next year I am planning to build a new habit where I need to sketch and paint every day. Let's see how that one goes. Okay, this is corn. What was this? I forgot. Corn mushroom. Corn mushroom. Again, a prompt by Start PH. And this one is a prompt for IF Draw a Week. This is me. I have short hair that time. This is Mushroom House. And this is a practice from Dylan Scott Pierce's online class where you need to finish this painting in one layer only. This is a good practice. I think I should show you or share with you how I did this one some other time. Corn shroom, yes, corn shroom. That was the prompt. Cloud. And I really wanted to paint a girl with flowery hair. Maybe I should get back to this one once I finished all of the other deadlines and responsibilities. Who is this? I forgot. No comment. One of my favorite challenges so far, the 22 and 20 seconds. The goal is for you to paint something, the same thing in 20 seconds, and then try it again for 2 minutes, and then try it again for 20 minutes. I think I should also do this one more time. So this is Nezuko from Demon Slayer. And a self portrait once again, but I tried to make myself look younger because she's holding santan flowers. Have you ever tried doing this where you sip the nectar from the santan flower and then you make bracelet out of it? Batang 90s. Hello. Yes, you should try this one. During the 20 seconds, 20 seconds, Nezuko. This is really fun, and you will be forced to finish that painting as well. It's a good practice in observing the values or the shadows in your subject. And I don't remember why I painted this ones. Oh, there were birds visiting me in the backyard. I just painted them, and I was trying to study how to paint hands. One of the hardest subject aside from portrait. And with all those paintings, I have consumed this huge sketchbook. Now let's go to this one. Making bracelets. Oh, Cindy and Sheila can relate. Okay. I don't. Oh, yeah, yeah. This is Bea, a friend's daughter. This is Hina from Weathering with You. This is. Shucks, what's your name? This is from another Hayao Miyazaki film. This is her wedding dress. What's this one's name? I think the prompt was anime. This is from Naruto, I think. And who among you tried cutting their own bangs? This is really tempting to do, especially when you can visit salon. But so far, I haven't give in to that temptation. So I was really just finishing a really small painting during these times. It's a shame. Here. So this was around May 15, May 19. I'm too afraid to consume all of my paper. That's why I'm only painting something this small. Another mushroom. And this is El Gato, Nico Bolzico's pet cat. Or is this Solen's? Okay, who's this one? This is not Gushon. Sorry, I don't play. I don't play. Is this from Mobile Legends or League of Legends? This was just a request. I'm more of a Terraria gamer. This is an attempt to paint a galaxy portrait. I'm not sure if I painted this one. And I joined the bandwagon of drawing or painting Sailor Moon. Is that Granger or Granger? How do I pronounce that? And this is my subject for my very first Facebook premiere. I remember during that time, I'm laughing at myself when I was editing the video. So cringe to listen at your own voice and you'll do the editing as well. Oh, I love this one. I think the prompt for this one is struggle. And I was inspired by the thought that as an artist, as a very small artist, sometimes you're tempted to rely on the number of likes or the number of comments when you post your art for validation. So, this is what I'm trying to portray. I'm so happy that I'm over that phase right now. I will just paint because I love painting, and I will teach painting because I want to share the joy of painting to others. And I won't care about the number of likes or comments. And I forgot the prompt, but another attempt with Galaxy Portrait. Another study of a hand. I think I'm getting better at painting hands during this time. And another attempt of the one layer painting. So again, the goal is to finish the whole painting with one layer only. So all of this is done in wet on wet and wet on damp watercolor technique. Naruto, a request from Jill's nephews, Rohan and Robert. And another, oh, this is my mermaid entry. I was able to do one, a starfish mermaid. All right, I remember why I did these mushrooms. I was comparing Hanemule arches, Canson, and the Muse watercolor sketchbook. I was comparing those four. This is an output from Dylan Pierce's online class. I think that's when I fall in love with the combination. But he's into burnt sienna and violet color combination. Really simple but really hard for me that time. Another one from Dylan Pierce's Scott. Dylan Scott Pierce. And Princess Mononoke. I tried my own version. And this is one of the subjects that I find really hard to paint, clouds. I don't know why. They are so majestic, they're so perfect, they're so beautiful, but when I try to recreate them, it's such a disaster. Maybe I need to study how to paint this next year. And I spent time painting this wine. The reference photo is actually my hand and the bougainvillea plant upstairs. I love how this turned out. Okay, I learned my lesson here. If you can see, I damaged the paper because of the masking tape. This is not a 100% cotton paper, but it is sturdy. I think this is 400 GSM. This is sturdy, but it's not compatible with masking tape. So I've learned from this point onwards to always try first on a small area of the paper. Always try first if it is compatible with masking tape. And if it is not compatible with masking tape, there's a big chance that it is not also compatible with masking fluid. So I think I painted this one for Easter Sunday. And no, not a tribute, but this painting is dedicated for all the frontliners. So this is around April, where we're still shocked by what happened. This is Squidward and a, a combination of Squidward and a character from JoJo's Adventure. I forgot who, but this is a request from Nikki. My goodness. Oh, another Dylan Pierce exercise. Can you see? I was still struggling with wet on wet technique during this time. I produced these blooms, which I don't like. So you can see my progress as we go along and browse all my paintings. This one? Hmm. What was the prompt? I forgot. But I think this is something to do with freedom. Or I was trying to portray that you might feel caged, but you also hold the key to free yourself. Oh, yeah, right. This was the time when Kini Art from Instagram went to heaven because of her heart failure, if I'm not mistaken. I was so moved and I decided not to rely on the number of likes or hearts or shares and just paint for myself. The first person that should be happy with your painting is you. No other person but you. So, this was the result. This is an emotional painting actually. And I love this one. Moving on, another another attempt of the boat you saw earlier. So again, I'm still struggling with wet on wet technique. You see how rough? This should be a smooth sky. There's an improvement on this one, but there are still some errors on this part. And that one, this shouldn't be a hard edge. So see the difference. Oh, this is one of the recent paintings. They're just grouped together because they are small. So I think I did this painting thrice, 3 times. One to study it and try it. Another one with an exclusive session with Ella and Tina. And the last one with a one-on-one tutorial. And this is my first attempt in painting with alcohol to sort of portray dandelions. And this is one of my latest simple landscape for beginners. I also have a YouTube video for this one. Another exclusive session with Tina and Ella. I enjoy this one. I like how I was able to paint clouds with wet on wet technique, but still I need to improve. I want to paint those white clouds with colorful shadows. And I love how granulating ultramarine blue is, as you can see here. Oh, I will have the premiere of this one. This is scheduled on December 19. So please stay tuned as I post the link. I still haven't edited this one. But this is a good exercise for wet on wet technique, for negative painting, and for colorful shadows and painting snow with random shapes. My Mount Makiling in Vincent Van Gogh style. I haven't posted this one, I think. I even deleted the video because it got unwanted pixels as much as I wanted to share it with you. Maybe I'll repeat this some other time. But I like how this one turned out. Oh, who was there when I painted this? This is from a free watercolor workshop. Were you there? And another free watercolor workshop via Premiere, a hummingbird moth. This is for my sister. She's playing Hades. This is Eurydice. Did I pronounce the name correctly? This is a fun art of Eurydice. And this is my prep or my study. I was studying the color swatches and a small color study for a workshop I had with play crafts, and you'll see that earlier. This is a failed attempt during my workshop with PGW. I was a student that time, and it was Aki who was the teacher. I never posted this one because I didn't like how this turned out. I even cut it in half. And again, a larger version of the ice cream cat. I can still use this page. Okay, another version of the ice cream cat. And this is my third free watercolor workshop. I know this cat. This is my first free watercolor workshop, but an exclusive one. This is just via messenger call. I don't remember when we painted this, but also an output from free watercolor workshop. This is a good example of why you need to invest on your paper. This is from a wood pulp. This is from, I think, 50% cotton. This is only wood. See the difference? I tried my best to maximize this paper, but I got so frustrated I did not finish the painting. But when I changed papers, see how much it improved? It's not me. This is a painting where I use the yellow watercolor paper, a watercolor which I used during elementary days. What's this? I don't remember this one. But you'll see how much I improved with florals. So remember this, remember how this looks, okay? There's not even a date. It's not deserving. Uh-huh. A monochromatic painting where I used paints gray, if I'm not mistaken. Another free watercolor workshop output, the wind chime. This is Canson. So it has a very limited, it has limitations. So these ones are blank. And finally, this two. Underwater is the prompt for this one. Another Start PH Weekly Art Challenge. Okay, let's move on to the bigger paintings. Okay. For those who are asking, I'm just keeping my paintings like this. Either they are framed or I keep them in an L-type folder. This is a plastic holder which you can buy from National Bookstore, and I just put it like that. Others, the other ones that are more beautiful are kept in a big clear book. But those are made in 2019, so I'm not going to share them with you. Okay, a simple watercolor portrait. I also had the free watercolor workshop for this one. I still had the video in YouTube. So if you want to do this, go ahead. And a simple demo of the chibi characters I do. And a short tutorial on the skin tones. Another free watercolor workshop. I think you guys were there, right? Were you there? Hi, is that Blythe? Yes. I love these plastic holders, the L type. Oh, what's this? I was trying to paint plain air. Plain air. Failed. Kanagawa wave once again. But this time I used burnt sienna on the outline instead of dark brown. And I like how vintage this looks. The color combination looks vintage to me. I've had this loose painting Zoom workshop free for a selected group of people, of ladies. I miss painting with them. Oh, a bayong sold by my friend, Ray. It's really hard to paint hands. Ay, a, fa- a failed attempt to paint candles. Wow. So failed. Inspired by It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Again, studying how to paint hands. And I don't remember this one. A very lazy study of florals. Another one. Oh my goodness, what's this? I'm not proud to show this, but I think this is an attempt to paint. What's this? It's not an orchid, but I don't remember. It's so beautiful. I just wasted an arches paper. I think this is around January, if I'm not mistaken. Such a waste. But I'm not throwing them away because I'm going to compare them with my most recent painting. So I suggest you do the same. And this is a really good practice as well to look back to what the year has been and see how much you improved. Another attempt to paint hands. I think I did a YouTube video for painting hands. I'm not sure what this is. Let's not show that. Okay, I think this is the second free watercolor workshop where I had around 5 students. Another free watercolor workshop. I'm not sure what that is. I remember this one. We had a tea and coffee painting session with Tina and Ella again. No, that's not an orchid. Oh my goodness. And I joined Tina's workshop, Yomi MCR. She also does free watercolor workshops. What's this one? I was trying to study something. I don't remember. A failed attempt in painting cityscape. I really hate painting geometric shapes. Maybe some other time I'll study that. Oh, this is my succulent free watercolor workshop. This is Euphorbia meliae. grafted to, what's this, lactea? Don't remember. And my cat, free watercolor workshop. Hello to those who were able to join me. Oh, another exclusive Zoom workshop I had with the selected group of ladies. But this one, I forgot the prompt. But can you see? Uh, I think I was trying to portray that if tears are made of words or letters, what would yours read? Does it make sense? So if our tears are made of letters, I wonder how yours or mine will read. And I was using an eraser to wipe off the tears, not a tissue, because those are letters. And those tears are even uh, in her hair, because I was trying to portray that they're all in your head. It's all in your head. Another dramatic painting. Oh, a quick, I don't know how, a quick flower study with limited strokes. I was trying to study how a brush this time. Okay, done with the first folder, on to the next. Hmm. Another output from Yomi's free watercolor workshop. This is a study of my cherry blossom. I do studies first when I want something to look more beautiful. Though this is a color study, I was trying to decide on what colors I would use. Oh, I have this one in my YouTube, a simple landscape painting for beginners. Who was there? Were you there? And another simple ink and wash this time. We used an ink pen, a gel pen to outline the shapes. And this is very good for beginners. This is more relaxing than relying on your brush to create the shape. I used to do this a lot when I was a beginner. I was there, says Michaela. Nice. Really? Blythe likes the cityscape? Maybe I should give that another try. What's this? I think this is a an output from Master Aki's workshop, but this is a failed one, so I repeated this one. I'll show you the better painting later. Another free watercolor workshop, a lighthouse. And this time I was doing a swatch of all my Winsor and Newton colors. So my suggestion for those who are beginners, if you acquire, or if in case you receive a watercolor set this Christmas, the first thing that you need to do is test out the colors and the combinations that each of those make, so that you'll be more confident in picking up your colors. Another Another challenge, but this time it's 10 seconds, 1 minute, and 10 minutes. I really like doing this challenge. I think I should do this again. Okay, this folder is not yet filled up. Yeah. This time I was doing a swatch for Daniel Smith, because these are new colors. I need to know what combinations are good for my subjects. So please be patient and study your colors, whatever colors that you have. Do you remember this one? This was dubbed. This was champorado and tuyo. Yeah, champorado and tuyo. But when my husband dubbed the video tutorial, he said that this is something I should just leave that out. Okay. Okay, this is an attempt in painting a rose on a vintage background. So I used lots of yellow ochre, burnt umber, and then for the violet, I mixed it with white. That's why it is opaque and it looks like that. And you can see these thin lines. It was hard to recreate using this brush, so I had to use a liner brush, which is this one. When you wet this, it creates that shape. Thus, it's very easy to create this abstract lines using a liner brush. I really love using liner brush in this type of painting. Oh, another free watercolor workshop output, the Monstera Girl. And another output from Yomi's workshop, watermelons. Oh, a recreation of that workshop output. And who knows this one? Who knows this one? If you know him, it will reveal your age. Oh, what's this? An attempt to do loose florals. And this is also good for beginners, watercolor doodles, as I call them. So the goal is to just create a wet on wet background and use a thin brush to create those doodle shapes. Maybe I should make a YouTube video for this one. You think? This is really good for beginners, especially when you want to practice creating thin lines. Oh, this is not watercolor, but this one is watercolor. Another simple landscape, one of my earliest free watercolor workshop. Okay, this was when I got my trailing Chinese brush and I painted this using only with this brush. So this is a practice I usually do when I purchase a new brush. I only use that brush for 2 weeks just to get to know what it can and what it cannot do. The times when I was so into hiragana and katakana, but I stopped months ago. My first attempt for abstract florals. Well, I think most of the waterbenders were there and they really enjoyed this one because when you show this to others, they thought it is food, but it is actually hydrangeas. Oh, this is for my Facebook premiere. These are succulents. And yeah, let me show you. So I bought a brush. I tried it for the first time. I tried it for the second time. So first, second, and it was only during the third time that I was satisfied with the result. So don't be harsh on yourself when you want to paint something. Go ahead and try it. Try painting it 3 to 5 times. And if you don't improve, then maybe you need to change something. But this, I'm trying to show you that even I still make mistakes and I still need to repeat some paintings just for me to produce something that is satisfying enough for me. And before I did this first. So using only that brush once again, I tried to play it around and see what strokes it can produce. And I also painted, after the roses, I also painted this one using only this flat brush. This looks like puto right now, or muffins. Okay, another swatches for my Daniel Smith. A failed attempt. This is, can you guess what this is? This is a failed attempt. I never posted this online. But can you guess what that one is? Wow, there's a face in the blue rose. Really? I didn't see that. Can you guess what this one is? I don't see any face. You have good eyes, Michaela. Cherry, no. This is lychee. Lychee pills. This is failed. This is a failed attempt. And another swatch of Daniel Smith colors. I don't have all of these colors. It's just that when I bought my Daniel Smith, Miss E was very generous to give me a sample palette. Okay, that's it for this folder. We're getting close. Okay, I won't discuss this. This is for kids. I'll skip that. This is for kids as well. I'll skip that. Watercolor color doodles again. This is really relaxing. This is a failed attempt. I read somewhere that you can use toothbrush to splatter red, blue, then yellow to create sand effect. But does this look like sand to you? It's a failed attempt, so I never posted this. I was thinking of doing this for a free watercolor workshop, but then I failed, so I did not push through. A very limited palette where I only use one blue, one red, and one yellow. This is also a good practice for brush strokes and for shadows or value. Santol. Who was there during the Santol free watercolor workshop? And Koi workshop. This was a controversial workshop where someone tried to uh, ask the students to sign up in a website, which is not mine, to view the workshop. Oh, this is my trial run for my first Zoom workshop. And I did this for, I don't remember, but obviously the prompt is cupcake. This is for kids, dogs. I also paint dogs. This is my first attempt, and then during the workshop, it turned out like this. I like this one better. Hi, Renee. You're there. And see how many times I paint just to practice. So this is my second or my first attempt for the butterfly. I think this is my first. Another failed attempt to paint clouds. And an attempt to create my own journal. Weekly journal. Oh, Coffee Cat. Who was there during this workshop? This is not a free workshop. This is a Zoom workshop. And my attempt to apply what I learned from Wayne Thibault, where he puts glowing colors around his shadows. This is supposed to be a chocolate cake with strawberries on top or raspberries. But I don't like how this turned out, so this never got posted. An attempt. You see, I have a lot of attempts, but only few of them got painted twice or thrice. When I say an attempt, it means this is failed. I consider this failed. So this is an attempt to use pure dry brush technique. I don't like how this turned out, so I never repeated this again. Maybe some other time. Our session with Miss E, I love how this turned out. So my flowers are getting better this time compared to earlier. Another swatch. I do a lot of swatch studies, especially when starting a new painting. And this is the other half of my failed painting from Sir Aki's workshop. Okay, some practice for the hummingbird moth, the velvet ant, and I don't remember these caterpillars. Again, these are practices for the upcoming workshops. And who remembers this one? This is only made using Canson, but I like how this one turned out. See, you can still produce pretty decent paintings, especially if you know what your materials can and cannot do. Okay, we're into the more serious paintings. When I say serious, I spent more time with these ones. I think a minimum of 1 hour. The earlier ones I showed their paint, they are the paintings I did for at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes, but these ones are more serious, I think. That's why they have a special case, a special hard case. Okay, this is the better rendition of Aki's painting. The one that I showed earlier was the failed one. Oh, I still use the back side of it. Ponyo. Hello, Ponyo. And the Santol one. This one is my output from Sir Dino Pahao's workshop. A scene from when Marnie was there. I was trying to experiment how to paint the sun rays going through some of those foliage. So, do you think do you want me to teach you how I did those? I was planning to before, but I forgot. I had this lined up. A master copy of Sir Wilfredo Calderon's workshop. His comment was, "This is good, but the horizon is not straight." I should work on my horizons. And my workshop output, this is my latest workshop output from PGW. And this time the teacher was Sir Emmanuel Silva. I really like how it turned out, except for this error, which I just let go. This happened because when I was painting, I got some paint here and I didn't notice. And yeah. And again, I was studying how to paint those sun rays coming through the thick foliage. And this is another Ghibli Studio scene from, was it only yesterday? Yeah. And this is Soleila. You guys helped me design her. Do you remember? Um, I asked for your suggestions on the hair color, the dress, the eyes, even the pet, and hair dress, even the earrings. Maybe I should do this again. An original character where you will suggest the features. This is from Spirited Away, the dragon. Oh, we have the abstract florals again, but this time I think this is the best rendition. Now it's starting to look like a flower. And another ink and wash. And remember this style? I am planning to do a voiceover tutorial of this one. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do it. I have the video lying in my folder untouched. I was planning to do this as my first Skillshare class, but I never pushed through. But then for my final giveaway, if you guys are unaware, I have three giveaways this Christmas. One is the grand prize would be a basic watercolor set. Second is another basic watercolor set, but this time I have a flower palette. I have three pans, if you can see it. I don't want to disturb this packaging. Three pans of Holbein and then three pieces of Baohong inside. And I am still contemplating on the last giveaway. I was planning to give away 10 access to the private video of how I painted this one. So let me know in the comments if that is a worthy giveaway for you guys. So again, I haven't done the voiceover, but the video is just there, untouched. So do you think this is a good giveaway? Plus some traceables or coloring pages. Hello, my dear cat. This is Playful Feline. I think I had to paint this 3 times. First, the first one, just to our, just to make it look like this. This is the second try or third try. Again, the brown, blue, and violet combination is strong in this. This is a master copy challenge of Sir Emmanuel's painting. I really had a hard time copying his painting, but I kind of liked how this one turned out. And my cherry blossom. I did the master copy challenge of this one. Oh, an attempt to paint cherry blossoms, but I didn't like how it turned out. So this again never got posted. And this cat. Oh, this is an old painting. You're not included. A scene from Porco Rosso. If you haven't seen this movie by Ghibli, I recommend you to. Comedy slash action slash a bit of romance. This is based on a friend's painting from Taytay Rizal. How you like that? Blackpink inspired. What paper is this on? Asks Bly. Which ones? The ones I'm showing right now are mostly Baohong papers. The only ones done in arches are, this is arches, this is arches, this is arches. Which one? Which one? And this is arches. The rest are Baohong. My cityscape. Yeah, but my cityscape are good when I am following someone painting it. So there is a teacher, but when I'm doing it alone, doesn't look good. So this is Mount Makiling. I don't like how the clouds turned out, but again, I need to study more. Another master copy challenge, this time by Aki. A painting. I copied a painting of Aki. My very first painting on Baohong watercolor paper. Another master copy challenge of Sardino Pahao. Another output from Sardino Pahao's painting workshop. That's a great giveaway, says Michaela. Anything is worthy. Wow. Hi, Blythe. This is Baohong. Yep. And a recreation of Johnny Depp. It's such a shame that I cannot find my very first Johnny Depp painting, but I think you'll like it when you see it. That was from around 2012. The very first time I tried watercolors, and then I gave up. Another master copy. I tried it twice because I can't get it right, but I ended up submitting this one my first try of a Keys painting. Fighting fish. I painted this around the time when NASA announced that there are 13 zodiac signs. And I refuse. I am still a Pisces. Oh, who was there when I premiered this one? I actually only did this part and I let my husband finish the painting, and this is the result. I had another flower, I had the sun, and a bee. Wow, such art. What's this? These are old. Okay, now finally, let's move on to the bigger paintings. Let's see if I can show you the full painting. Let me just grab those. They're bigger. Okay. I'll just move them around and try to show it to you guys. So these are the paintings which I spent, oh, maybe before that, I'll show you this one first. This is a Paul Rubens sketchbook, watercolor sketchbook, which is 50% cotton. Okay. This is my first time trying this paper, a flamingo, and then I also did a swatch for Queen Rose. I mixed it with all the other Daniel Smith colors I had. A light bulb with a wilted flower inside. A weekly journal, which I also did a watercolor workshop for this. A failed attempt in painting Prague. This is what I meant when I say when I'm painting by myself and there's no one to guide me. I fail with cityscapes. Nice. And another weekly journal for the workshop. And this, I just posted this earlier. This is my December spread. I was trying a different YouTube content because I really love doing journals. So I made this one. I have a YouTube video for this one. And then before the year ends, I will design one for January. So let me know if you're also into journaling, and I'll do one for January, and I might do it monthly starting next year. And finally, oh my goodness, my big paintings. Remember my teddy bear study earlier? So this is the bigger version. And then this is an entry for Philippine Guild of Watercolorists Chasing the Light online exhibit, as well as this one, Fisherman. Let me try. And there. I used masking fluid on those parts. That's why I was able to keep it white. And then I have, this is quite big. Let me try and show it to you. Oh my goodness, there. There. This is an entry for an online exhibit as well. The other three paintings that I did, yeah, I can show them to you because they're not with me anymore. But I posted them on my YouTube, on my Facebook page. And then, ta-da! I had the courage to paint portrait, a figure and a portrait, or a figure. I was really contemplating whether I should paint portraits because if you'll notice, I paint kids, but their face are not showing. This is the first time that I painted one with her showing her face. But still, the nose and mouth are covered. I still don't have the courage to do a full portrait. This is for another online exhibit. And this one is for another online exhibit by PGW, a mocha pot. So compared to this one, I almost spent the same time painting these two. Uh, 20 hours. This one, 20 hours in a spread of 2 weeks. This one, 20 hours in a spread of 3 days. So I was really stressed when I was painting this one because the deadline is so near, and I was stressed whether I will be able to meet the deadline or not. And then I just want to show you this, guys. This is my first attempt of painting a photo of Daisy that I took. See this versus this one. This is my very latest painting. I haven't posted this yet. So this is my new Daisy painting. So I had to fail. I think this isn't the only attempt. I attempted to paint this last year as well, but this is the only successful painting. Again, this is for an online exhibit, and I didn't know that I will be able to paint this big and this beautiful for me if I wasn't forced. So I keep telling my friends, especially Ella here, that you will get to know yourself, your limitations, when you challenge yourself. So that is my final message to all of you. I was forced to paint this big because I wanted to join an online exhibit. And exhibits are also a good way for you to improve. If you can, if the exhibit is free or if the registration fee is affordable, why not join? You will be forced to come up with something you haven't done before, and this is a proof of it. Actually, these are all exhibit entries. Okay? So, thank you so much for staying with me, guys. And if you have questions, I will just review your comments and answer them one by one. Because of my setup, I cannot see my screen. I can only see what's in front of me. So I'll end with this painting. This, I think it's a daisy, if I'm not mistaken. This is my first experience of autumn, and I really like how this turned out, a combination of loose background with detailed flowers. So once again, if you joined me from the start up to this point, you can see how much I improved. And by joining exhibits, I was able to produce big paintings and really challenge myself. And I hope that if you are still in the beginning of your watercolor or art journey, don't rush yourself. Give yourself some time to study, make mistakes and learn from them, move on, and I'm sure you will be better tomorrow than you are today. So keep painting, and thank you so much for joining me and looking back to what the year has been. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll leave the giveaway link below, and I'll also edit the description and include the free watercolor workshop link for tomorrow. That's it. Thank you so much, guys. Please stay safe. Thank you. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you, Blythe. Kristen, Ella, Renee, Tina, Cindy, Sheila, Ronald, Miles, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Michaela, thank you. I'll end the stream. Bye.